Alright everyone, welcome back. We are of course hopping on into the second map between ATK and Ghost Gaming, and it was ATK who picked up that opening one in overtime, of course, taking the victory 19-16. But now it's the map choice of Ghost. Are they going to be able to return it and send us on over to Overpass, rather? And we are going to find out. It's a quick play seemingly coming through already from Ghost. They want to take it straight towards B. It's a little bit of a stack though actually set up by ATK. Fady playing in towards the barrels, actually allowed to find 3 quick kills. And JT, he came in with a couple of headshots as well. It's shut down immediately by ATK. They started off strong here. And again, I talked about this at the beginning of the series, that the previous time that these two teams played on Overpass, it did actually go in favor of ATK. They were called Denial at the time. They were still under the Denial org. Of course, it was around a month ago. But there's still something to go off of that, even if it was a while ago. But here we go. Force buy coming through from Ghost. Let's scout some deagles. And we've seen those force buys be very effective back on map number 1. And again, you can see that a safe buy is being brought into this one by ATK. They don't want to risk going down and losing this round, of course, so they go straight in for 5 rifles, 3 FAMASs, a couple of AUGs. As Ghost Gaming, they do pretty consistently go for the second round force buy. We don't normally see them take that eco. Even when they get the bomb plant, they usually buy up a couple of rifles and just see what they can get done. But here we go. JT trying to peek out on long. That is going to be dangerous. Kusta drops him immediately. And that's actually a weapon to be picked up on AUG, I believe, and indeed it is in the hands of Steel. And now it gets awkward. 2 players pushed up on short, playing around the bathrooms. It will actually be Sonic to return 1, but he tries to get aggressive again, and this time it's the Deagle of Neptune that will be able to pull off a quick frag. Fady, he goes ahead and returns 1, so back and forth up to this point now. But again, Fady remains aggressive. He wants to try and stop that weapon from being retrieved, but he's not able to do so, and Kusta gets it out in time to shut him down as he pushes forward. A 3-on-2 favouring Ghost Gaming. Again, they managed to come out on top of the exchanges with a man advantage. And what are they going to do with this now? Black Poison back on the bomb site. He's in a bit of an awkward position, doesn't have any utility. He's actually, I believe, making a little bit of noise. Got slightly burned by that Molotov, giving away his position. With that, he will be taken down. The bomb now being planted. There wasn't a lot of time left, but it doesn't matter. Dumpster's left alone. He is coming in to look to try and actually make this retake happen, but I feel like saving is probably his only option, especially as that nade drops him down to half HP already. And there it is. He actually decides to hang around and gets dropped by Kusta. Do we see ATK buy back into it? They are on a double eco, so I'd say it's most likely that they will purchase up. Yeah, indeed they do. Pistols, Kevlar, small bit of utility. Sonic seemingly actually going to keep money. I guess that's to go towards an op into the first gun round. But yeah, that was a big find, of course, from Ghost. They're able to actually get 3 rifles out of it as well, which really does save them a lot of investment. They get a couple of AUGs and a FAMAS. Neptune and Freakazoid come in with the AKs for themselves. So, a good position right now for Ghost, as long as they can manage to overcome this force buy. What's the plan right now for Ghost? It looks like they are bringing it back towards B. Problem is, ATK actually have a bit of a read on this. They've gone ahead and stacked it up, 4 players in position. The bomb for now is, I guess, just left outside of the spawn, so they could still really bring it back anywhere, but they don't really have much control towards A. It's only now that they do begin to push forward somewhat. And they should be able to find it pretty easily. It's only really JT that's here to contest. He's been smoked off. If they end up actually dropping him, then I'd say there's a good opportunity that they try and go to commit towards A off the back of it. Or at least if they get that frag on JT, then it's likely that ATK may go ahead and actually stop that complete stack towards B, maybe rotate a couple of players back up. Here we go, pushing in. It's actually just going to be Freakazoid trying to go in on his own right now. He's flashed in initially. Didn't really blind anyone, but he's still able to actually go ahead and find that opening frag onto Dumpster, and now they're going to go ahead and commit. Still 3 players in position though, so these pistols can certainly get some damage in. The Deagle to try and start it off in the hands of Fady gets dropped very quickly. Sonic goes down. He didn't buy anything, of course. It was only on the USP. As everyone falls apart from JT, who's left chilling in towards short. He had rotated around through connector, I believe, and has now, of course, been spotted. It looks like a clean round for Ghost comes through. They keep 5 players alive. And they claim the lead off it. We do, of course, see now the full eco having to come in for ATK. Don't expect much to be found in this round. Again, going for a little bit of a stack, it's good to see. Try and overwhelm a couple players, only having USPs. JT, once again, the solo defender. A little bit of a boost comes in towards Graffiti. So they're hoping some players from the T side will go in towards Water. But for now, chilling outside the Monster. Not going to be looking to try and go in towards the short side of things as of yet. Already walking forward on the Vito, so no one here to defend right now. Molotov in towards short should force that player in behind the sandbags out in the open. Indeed it does. Dumpster goes down immediately. The bomb now being planted. They're going to be cautious with Graffiti. Pushing forward. Still needs to be careful. Could actually line them up. But he's going to take multiple dinks as he moves around the corner. Drop low. Still trying to get frag. But most importantly, he baits them out into the open. He ensures that if he goes down, there is at least the instant possibility for a trade to come through from his teammates. So that's the important thing. JT now looking for a frag if he can. It'd be nice to get one. Drop a second weapon out of hands of Ghost. But that's not going to happen. For anyone who may just be joining us, it was ATK who won map number 1. They did take it in overtime, 19-16. Of course, now see them back on the buy. Oh, the boost coming in. The head actually being spotted. Black Poison goes down. He is going to have no idea what just happened. I'm sure he will realize, oh, they must have boosted, but it's certainly not something that he was expecting. Boost has become fairly common, I suppose, lately, but it's used only every couple of games, maybe, so it's not a position that people are going to be expecting very often. Mic broken? I don't think so. Is it? Let me check. I'm going to have to mute the game for a second. Hello? I believe I'm coming through. It says I'm talking on OBS and everything. Alright, well, I'll put the sound back on for the game anyway. Turn up my mic, okay. Maybe I can do that a little bit, 1 sec. Apologies, we missed a bit of action while I was turning up my mic though, so hopefully this is better. Seems like there was a few issues with the mic. But yeah, it went in favor of Ghost Gaming while I was leaning over to turn up my my volume on the mixer. A couple of frags being returned, but not enough by Fady. Only able to get 2. Will eventually go down. And that is indeed going to be a 4-1 lead now for Ghost. So making Overpass so far look a little bit easy. It is their map choice, of course. As they do want to try and send this onto a map 3. Again, I am going to actually just check the stream now in a sec so you guys won't hear the in-game sound for a second while I quickly click play on the stream. Okay, so it was definitely working, but I did turn it up a little bit, so let me know if that's better. I'm hoping it's not too loud, though. If it is, I can turn it down a little bit on OBS anyway, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. But yeah, the eco coming through again from ATK. 5-7, a couple 5-7s and a P250 rather, and actually the aggression through Monster does end up working out. Freakazoid was just hiding in that smoke and letting them pass, but he's only able to find 1 frag in the end. A little bit awkward. Gives away an AK, of course, off the back of that. So maybe there's a chance now for ATK to try and get some good damage in. Steel gets dinked down and dropped to 32 HP. Kusta takes a bit of damage as well, but as you can see, the frags continue to go in favor of the T side. The law of Bogdan has come in. Steel has taken the up because he's low HP. Ironic, but yeah, here we go. Dumpster dropped low and finished off. And now it's just the AK in the hands of Black Poison. Maybe he can get a frag or 2, but I don't know, at this point saving as well, probably something that he is considering. It's just not your night tonight, Caster, is it? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. I didn't realize there was anything wrong with the mic. It must have something must have happened when I maybe plugged on the wire or something. But yeah, 1 kill from Black Poison. Didn't decide to save the AK. I mean, he does a little bit of damage over to the economy of Ghost, but at this point they've built up so much money that it's not really too impactful. At least not immediately. It could be in the long run. It could, in the end, if they're able to start building up a bit of a comeback and chain some rounds together, maybe help them out, but they need to start doing so right now. If they don't pick up this gun round in their favor, then Ghost are likely going to take a 7-1 lead. This time it looks like we may see a little bit of a quicker round coming through from Ghost. It's not the goal to commit straight to B, but we do at least see them being able to actually counteract the aggression from the CT side, and now they want to go forward. Understandably, since they did find 2 opening frags already, Kusta able to actually catch Dumpster off guard with a smoke, I believe, actually in his hands, or rather a flash it may have been, but either way, he goes down. That's the important thing. And with that now, JT and Sonic left alone to just run away. That's really all they can do. I don't even know if that's going to be allowed because they're actually pinned in the bathrooms right now. Not the greatest of positions. Sonic on the op, I don't think he's actually been spotted, so we'll be able to get one, but now there's another couple of players trying to hunt them down. He's trapped in and, of course, flanked out by Kusta, who finishes him off. 6-1, another gun round going in favor of Ghost, and again, it's so convincing. It's just... it's not looking good for ATK. I feel like at this point, map 3 looking quite likely. And of course, if we do need a map 3, rather, that is gonna be Inferno. We've seen ATK removing Nuke to start off the Veto, Ghost remove Train. Of course, ATK picked Dust 2, which they did end up taking the victory on in overtime 1916. But Ghost now on their map choice, they're looking good here on Overpass. It's been a strong one so far. 6-1, as I said, off the back of that previous round, should be brought up to 7-1. And they just also have so much money built up in the reserve that ATK, even when they do start picking up some rounds for themselves, they're going to have to be taking them very convincingly and taking multiple back-to-back. Otherwise, we will just see Ghost continuously reinvesting and breaking their money. Looks like we're going to actually see a quick play coming through towards B. I was going to say this could be somewhat dangerous. There's a few players in position to hold it, but not going to be too big of a deal. Steel cleans it up with a Mac-10 and a pistol. Coming in now behind the final player as well. JT gets dropped, and it's only one casualty in that round, as it was Wardell who went down. But of course the op being retrieved in the last couple of seconds as well. So yeah, just pistols in that round. There wasn't a heavy investment for ATK. But the buy coming back once again. It's a double up setup in play for ATK right now. Is this what they need to start getting it done? Dumpster is actually James Bonding it right now. 007. He was one of the... he actually did perform quite well back on that previous map, so I want to see him stepping it up. He was up at the top of the scoreboard, I believe, alongside Sonic, if I remember correctly. So we definitely want to see him performing a little bit better. And this boost is coming in yet again from that T side. This time it's Wardell who's... well, actually, I believe he was the one who got the frag the previous time as well. But of course, with the op now, let's see if he can do it. The jump peek coming in. That's not ideal for Fady. He wanted info, but all he finds is an op bullet to the chest. He falls, and with that now, the B-bomb site becoming even weaker, especially as Dumpster gets taken out. That was a great flash. Black Poison, and there's so much pressure behind the pillar. He needs to stay alive and find some frags, and he's not able to do either. The bomb now being planted, and I don't know what ATK can do at the moment. They're just being run over. I sound Scottish? I'm definitely Irish, though. I don't sound Irish. I'm from Dublin, so I'm not like... it's not like ridiculous Irish accent, you know? Not the ones you guys might hear, like from... I'd say kind of the closest to the accent that you guys would hear of Irish people, like as a jokey one would probably be like Kerry or something. Which is like a countryside county. But yeah, I'm trying to stop these weapons from being saved. They have plenty of money, so they're not really worried about losing their own guns, of course, on the Ghost side. So let's see, can they drop the AUG and the op maybe? If they are carried over, then ATK are probably looking at getting a bio onto the majority of their players as long as they drop 2 weapons over. And they should be able to do so. Fady can buy for himself. That's a little bit, I don't know, confident there, Kusta. Yeah, he jumped in with his knife out. If he kept his gun in play, he probably would have had at least 1 kill right there. So, it's an interesting one. Is this an online match? It is also an online match, digitalized. I didn't see that message. It is the ESL 1 Cologne closed qualifier for the North American region. So yeah, a nice little spot. ESL 1 Cologne is on the line. Both of these teams, I'm sure, very much do want that. Right now, Ghost on the second map of the series. They're looking to try and equalize it and send it to map 3. And they're doing so quite convincingly, although in this round, at least a bit of good damage actually being put in favor of ATK. Spamming down through that smoking connector, I believe it was. And it gives them a good opportunity, but oh, Dumpster again goes down without being able to put up any sort of fight at all. Kusta's allowed to just creep up close on Monster, spots the shoulder, and takes him out of play. Does look like Ghost are still going to commit towards B anyways. So, I guess the couple of players in position certainly could hold this down. I'm not too sure if they have 3 players or 2. It's a little bit hard to tell on the map. I think they do have a third player in a position for a quick rotation if it's needed. But Fady now, he's taking that position that Dumpster's been enjoying for the past couple of rounds, but he's making it work. Able to find that open and frag, calls in for the help of JT, who's able to at least return once Freakazoid comes in and takes him down. But a good bit of damage being traded back and forth right now. There's not a lot of time on the clock. That's the main issue for Ghost. They need to get going forward. And again, the peak comes in towards Monster. With the flash, Neptune, though, able to return it. Comes in and quickly drops Sonic on the bomb site, leaving it all on Black Poison. He's going to have to clutch this one out, and as he gets the first, that makes it awkward. He drops the bomb. Wardell just barely surviving the flames on short. He's on 4 HP, taps the bomb and looks for the frag, but he needs to go ahead and commit to it now. The bomb should go down just in time, but he allows for Black Poison to get up close. He misses the shot on the op, but there's the P250 to fall back on. And of course, will connect the one body shot that was needed. 2-8, second round for ATK. They doubled their scoreline, but as I said, there's so much money built up for Ghost at this point that they're not going to struggle to buy anytime soon. Ryan says we're going to map 3. Is I mean map 3. I mean it's likely, it's possible, but you can't count out ATK. The comeback certainly could happen. They are still on the CT side. If they can step it up now, start taking these rounds a little bit more convincingly, bring it back to 6, possibly 7. I mean that would be the ideal situation, but I don't know. It's going to be a tough one. Let's see how it goes. Right now, Ghost, they already have a great D side no matter what. Even if they lose the rest of the rounds, they'll still be pretty happy with how it's gone. I mean, they'd be a little bit sad with letting those rounds at the end slip away, considering they have had such a strong start, but that's just speculation. They have the chance, of course, to try and make this potentially even a 13-2 half still, but let's see how it goes. Dumpster gets a frag as he pushes in aggressive on Monster with the assistance of Fady and the flash of Black Poison. They do actually manage to quickly snatch away a 2-man advantage. This is the best we've seen ATK actually kick a round off, and they actually have been able to find the bomb. Pushing all the way in, that was dropped. Wardell now coming through with the op, is looking to see if he can return a frag and potentially try and retrieve the bomb, but he doesn't have any teammates nearby. So if he goes down, there's no chance for a trade, and at that point then the round just likely spirals out of control. There we go, he actually does get one. Nice usage of the Molotov, of course, being able to isolate the fight on the player pushed up close on the left side, but still has JT and also Fady to deal with before he can get that bomb. Has his teammates now coming through at least. They have a couple of smokes in play, but smoke goes down, although the bomb should be retrieved now. If they run it back over to A, it's going to be difficult. Time isn't amazing, but they're able to actually find a quick frag. Neptune drops JT. Kusta, in the meantime, just walking onto the A bomb site, spots out one player at the stairs. So that gives them the info that there's most likely 2 around where that bomb was initially. So let's see what they're going to go for. Looks like they may still want to actually favor towards B, and Wardell catches Black Poison and Fady. And of course, in the meantime, it was Kusta going ahead and coming down through A to get the backstab. Not literally, but with the AK, of course. 9-2 now. Ghost Gaming, they were turned around yet again. The loss bonus, of course, it is full for ATK going into the next round, so they'll be able to get a bio. But for this one, looking at Pistols and Kevlar, most likely 10-2. It should be double digits for Ghost Gaming after this one. We need a Geordie caster. I mean, a lot of people don't understand me when I cast. I don't think anyone's going to understand the Geordie caster. But, ooh, Fady. That is a nice little lineup. Neither player was looking at him, unfortunately. He had a pretty solid spawn, got there quickly. It wasn't expected. Black Poison with a Deagle as well now. He can take down Neptune, and indeed he does. Freakazoid takes 1 kill in the meantime, but 2-on-4. This is not looking good for Ghost. ATK with just the pistols and Kevlar. They may actually be able to go ahead and take themselves around, which would be a really nice find, of course. I should work on my Irish accent. I've seen someone else saying as well. My countryside one, rather. I don't know. I don't think I can do that too good. I'll just be offensive to people who actually do have an accent like that, you know? Plus, there's just so many accents to choose from. I think there's like YouTube videos. Look up like all Irish accents or something. You'll probably find like a funny video on YouTube. I remember one from a long time ago. Includes Northern Ireland, etc. But let's see. Wardell all alone. 1 versus 4. He's trapped in. Needs to try and get the bomb. If he takes down Sonic, he will at least get the bomb. But now they're pushing in from behind towards Monster as well. Flash goes over. There's one player just hiding at the back of Monster. There's one up close. They just want to make sure they can at least trade this one. And as you can see, it's not needed as Black Poison takes the frag and the op at that. I was going to say secondary op, but it is only the only one they have, rather. Unfortunately, JT not able to get a weapon. But yeah, of course, Ghost still buying. I don't think they're too worried about the economy. They'll have a buy in the next round again. It'll be then that they begin to run a little bit low on money. Since they have been trading back and forth, they're not really building up any loss bonus. Of course, they get one, they lose one, they get one, they lose one. That has how it's been for the last couple of rounds at least. But there we go, open and frag again for ATK in this round. This time it's JT to pick it up. Unfortunately, no, Sonic, who was aggressive in the bathrooms, couldn't really fall back off without taking the fight and does end up going down because of that. JT also took a lot of damage before he was allowed to fall back to safety. So although it is a 1-for-1 trade, this is heavily favouring the T side right now. It normally would, but with that damage, it's just even more so. Thank you, 23 drawing. Yeah, no, you can. Yeah, you have to have a little bit of fun with, you know. When I'm solo casting, I will pretty much use the chat as my second caster, because I can't talk constantly about the game. Otherwise that gets boring. I'll just be repeating the same thing over and over again, because a lot of the same stuff does happen, especially when it's not the actual action, not the actual play-by-play area, when they're just taking map control, etc. It's very repetitive, so I like trying to use the chat somehow to get topics to talk about, to waste a little bit of time. It's fluffer content, you know, guys. And also it's enjoyable. If I have a co-caster, I'll usually just talk with them. But here we go. A 4-on-4. 20 seconds remaining for Ghost. It's a bit of a fake towards A. It's Neptune trying to sell it. He doesn't do so too effectively, although he was able to at least keep 2 players in position, which means as they trade out over towards B, they will be able to get that bomb planted now in a 2-on-2. And Wardell quickly drops JT in heaven. It's all on Black Poison, and Wardell comes in to go ahead and take him down. Finishes it off. Steel had actually got dropped. They went for the double peak, of course. 10-3, Ghost gaming again. Sure, they lose 1 round, but they return it again immediately. And with 10 already on the T side, no matter what happens, they've got a great half already. The chat or the color commentary. I mean, I can do color commentary as well. Maybe not as well as play-by-play, but it's more so just kind of to have other topics, you know, something that can be a little bit more fun. It's hard to make jokes, etc. when you're on your own, so I can kind of do that through the chat. Going to be a late night. Yeah, this is going to be a really late night. Where can you find more of my stuff? I do like the EU broadcasts on the ESEA channel, etc. every week, and just a load of other stuff, some other ESL stuff. You might see me. I done Copenhagen Games recently, done that Charleroi event. But look what Sonic's done. He's took down Steel. Oh, getting caught on top of this. You're able to actually use that to kind of take a bit of a peek over. But yeah, man advantage found for ATK again. They were able to do that though in the previous round and still weren't able to capitalize on it and turn it into a round win. Let's see if this time around is going to be any different. Again, it is Sonic to get traded back. He was able to at least get in a bit of damage onto Neptune alongside that frag though onto Steel. So not too bad of a find. It does keep them in a decent position to try and take this round in their favor, but ATK at this point, they need to take 5 at the half-time. Otherwise, I just don't really see them being able to pull off a comeback. And even with 5, it's going to be a tough one, of course. We're in Dublin now. God damn it. I read that guy's message about twisting your words, and I done it immediately. We're in Dublin. Am I from? I don't really know how to explain that without giving away exactly where I'm from, which I don't want to do on a stream in front of, I don't know how many viewers we have. But yeah, 2-on-3 right now. I was going to say 2v4, but of course Wardell comes in and quickly cleans off the head of Black Poison. Unfortunately, doesn't expect JT rather to have been aggressive on short. So as he gets dropped, so does the bomb. Freakicide left lurking on B with not much to do. That will be that 4th round coming in for the CT side. And let's see if they can make a 5 off the back of it. Again, though, full buy going to come true. The only player who wouldn't have been able to have actually bought up for Ghost would have been Freakazoid, and of course he saved. So they're all good. And we have 2,000 viewers. Okay, that's how many. Explain it like I'm 5. What's color commentary? Color commentary is someone who focuses on kind of the analytical side of the commentating, and then play-by-play would be just kind of like what I was doing a moment ago, kind of just what's going on, who kills who, that sort of stuff. Color is more like looking at how they're approaching rounds, what made things work in their favor, what mistakes were made, etc. Oh yeah, I was about to say that the train just blocked the Molotov from going over on the B, and it did. Little bit unfortunate. It slows things down a bit. Neptune actually takes a nade to the face, I believe. Over towards Connector. But there's a quick kill by Dumpster. Through the corner of that Monster, Smoke is able to drop Freakazoid. A man advantage again in favor of ATK. The push coming through Monster from Steel, as he was the only man initially being followed up now though by Koos that allows for the trade to be brought in, but Black Poison, even while blinded, he's too much to handle. Wardell being tagged up, not going to be finished off though as he continues to fight for this one. Molotov down on the ramp in case there's a player still up close, but he needs to be careful trying to peek into heaven. He takes the fight against the upper in the form of Sonic, but a metal bar saves his life. So for now, the 2v2, but of course low HP on both of these remaining Ghost players. It's not going to be super easy. There is kits in play for ATK, but they don't have utility. So they are going to have to rely on connecting these shots. And of course with Sonic having the up, if he misses when he's in trouble either way. Oh, and Sonic just about spots the head there of Wardell popping up. That allows for JT to creep up close and finish off both players. As in the two of them. I know the way I say boat sounds like a boat, like the one that floats on water. That's not what I mean. I mean both of those players collectively have gone down. And of course off the back of that, a 5th for ATK, 10-5 at halftime. I mean, it's a decent recovery for ATK, but it's still going to be difficult. If they lose this second pistol round, I don't give them much hope at all of making the comeback happen. I feel like at that point map 3 would be pretty much confirmed. Because we do know that Ghost, they're just a very strong very strong team here rather on Overpass. Hopefully it won't be too long waiting to get into the second half, guys. Maybe quick bathroom breaks, etc. just coming through. But yeah, again, for anyone who wasn't here for the first map, it was 19-16 in favor of ATK. So even though they're down 5-10 right now, even if they do lose Overpass, it's not the end of the world. It would then be Inferno coming up as the decider. And Inferno, map number 3 in a best of 3, it's always a good fit. It always makes it an entertaining game. So even if we do get there, I feel like it's going to continue on being an interesting one. As I said though, ATK, they need to pick up this pistol and then ideally the first gun round as well if they want to make this one happen. And I believe they did actually pick up the opening pistol back to start off this game before being toppled by the scout and pistol buy from Ghost, if I remember correctly. So it's been a little bit of a tough one for them. Certainly could have been a stronger half. See, someone said happy birthday, Fady. Is it Fady's birthday? If that's the case, then they have to win. They have to win to celebrate his birthday. So maybe they can make a sick birthday comeback happen here on Overpass. Who knows? Again, we gotta wait for everyone to ready up. We're taking a while. Oh, we have the caster command actually brings up Mitch as well. Another Irish boy, one of my co-casters. We were just at Copenhagen Games there recently actually, which was a very fun event. Got to meet War Clown, if anyone knows who he is. Norwegian analyst, nice guy. Catch up with Banks, Dinko, and Hawke. All some British lads. I know as Irish and British haven't had the greatest of history, but we always have fun when we're together. But look at this, just playing with the door right now. This is a little bit aggravating, so we're gonna go ahead and fly away. I do not want to listen to that any longer. Any spoilers? Who wins pistol? I don't know, man. It's Flom's birthday too, apparently. Ooh, everyone has birthdays. I mean, that would make sense because everyone needs to be born on some day. So, yeah, it'd be strange if they didn't. Be like, where did you come from? Where did you go? Alright, we're getting back into it, so I'm going to stop messing around now. You can see, indeed, the pistol round going to be going live. JT and Sonic picking up utility for ATK. And over on the CT side, it's Steel to get a defuse kit and a smoke. Kusta and Neptune, I was thinking maybe they were considering utility as well, but they ended up just buying up Kevlar in the end. So here we go. As I said, this is a round that ATK need to pick up. If they don't, then we see Ghost Gaming likely taking a 12-5 lead before the guns come out for ATK. That's if they take the eco. If they take the force buy and lose that force buy, then it's likely 13-5. So it's a tough position. Let's see how it's going to go, though. Grouping up outside of B to start things off. They're walking into a bomb site that's currently being played for the retake. So they should be able to at least find the bomb plant quite easily. That's a positive. Going to be taking a little bit of a fight, though, as we see a couple of players back towards the spawn. One of the spawn winning Graffiti. The rotation even coming down in through connector. But here we go. The Glocks reign supreme. All of the frags bar one coming in favor of ATK. It was only Wardell who was allowed to get anything for Ghost, as ATK just sweep it up with the Glocks. That's a really nice find. As I said, a very important pistol round for them as well. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Ghost buy up as they always do. There we go. The trusty Scout going to be coming into play. Is Vertigo in the tournament? I would imagine so. Let me double check. No, from what I can tell, it actually isn't, because ATK removed cash in the veto. That's interesting. That is actually interesting. So, no, apparently Vertigo is not in the map pool of this right now. I'd imagine it'll be in the actual tournament when that's on, but this qualifier for now seems to have cash in the map pool. Opening kill being found by Sonic. Dumpster giving him a bit of help. Eventually drops Freakers out over on short. And he is being cautious of the barrels. That's where Neptune was trying to creep up to make a play, but what is happening? No, you can't let this happen. It's falling apart. It's all on JT. 1 on 3. How has this happened? They had a 5 versus 3. It's just unraveled as the kill feed was filled with blue. And the final frag comes true for Neptune. That is a heartbreaking round for ATK to lose right there. Now they're looking at a force buy, most likely going to be coming in with one. If they don't make that work, as I said, then it should be 13 for Ghost onto the board. All the South African fans right now are going to be a little bit worried. Again, though, they did pick up the opening map at least, so even if we do see Ghost taking the victory here on Overpass, that just means Inferno is going to happen. And I mean, who complains about more CS? You can never have enough. Apparently the Jinn was hatched, so he actually does have no birthday. I want to see the egg that he came out of, but here we go. Fady. He's a little bit mad after that previous round. He wants to try and return this with the pistols of his own. Can find the opening kill. Freak aside from Heaven being a little bit of a nuisance, though. Able to take 2 frags before going down. Steel comes in and cleans up then with the MP7 to get 1 more. Leaving it all on Sonic. They did at least get a bomb plant, but I don't really think there's much chance of this round being won, unfortunately, as the defuse easily going to come true now. And in the meantime, Steel gets a nice little upgrade off of the MP7 to an AK. I mean, 2 kills and a bomb plant isn't bad for ATK, but considering they did fully invest in that round, they probably wanted more. Do I have a Twitter? I do indeed actually have a Twitter. It was Blue Lizard 0 who asked. !Caster in the chat. I will do it. It should come up. It might be Casters actually. Oh no, it is Caster. I was right the first time. You can see mine was the second one, Dean Brownie. I don't know who that Mitchman guy is, but he's really short. Anyway, he's my co-caster, but yeah, he's really short. He's like 5'7", so I like to make fun of him all the time. Secretly, I love him, but it's just really funny seeing him be angry because he looks like Frodo Baggins. Well, here we go. Pistols again in play for ATK. Not much expected in this round. This should be 13-6 for Ghost. I mean, a couple of kills will be nice for ATK if they can get it. A bomb plant as well would be a nice bonus, but it begins to look less and less likely as the round goes on. Right now the rifle's just getting all of the frags. Kusta gets dinked up, but even then only to 54, so it's not really a big issue as he comes in and finishes off that final frag. 13-6, the buy now available for ATK, but if they don't get this one, then it's map point for Ghost already, and that'd have to be then 9 rounds in a row for ATK to try and take it to overtime. I mean, it's not immediately map point if Ghost get this round, of course, but likely get another one off the back of it, as ATK then would probably be looking at an eco unless they get the bomb plant in this one. Coming through, that actually done some pretty decent damage on the Fady. I honestly thought that I may have been able to find the frag, but not quite. I mean, 39 points of damage is never anything to bat your eyes at. But you know what is? Fady quickly taking a headshot on towards Neptune because, yeah, a little bit of an awkward one going down early on. Steel, though, gets aggressive with a flash in towards Water. Kusta holding down connector with Wardell are actually able to go ahead and quickly put this on lock. I believe Wardell actually dropping the player coming in from middle. Now it's a 2-on-4. ATK, they're pushing forward onto B. If they can find both of these kills quickly without losing another player, then it's a very winnable round, actually. Steel up close on short, though. Are they expecting this? They are indeed. Dunkster gets a quick headshot, gets the second as well before going down. It's Wardell again on the up from connector to step it up, and now it's all on Sonic. He should get the first frag. And now he can actually run it up towards A if he wants, because he knows that up is in towards connector, but Wardell, he has the read. He's already going to be rotating up. The issue is Sonic, if he wants, can just plant it for bank, but he's going back to B. Outbrained as the bomb will go down. Right, 1 versus 1 now for Wardell. Full utility, a defuse kit in play, as it's just now that he realizes that the bomb is still down on B. And he has a good after-plant position as well, pushed up in towards the CT. Wardell should be cautious at least, especially with that bomb plant position, and you can see he was going to get a smoke down, was I believe looking over towards Graffiti slightly, but in the end not able to make it happen. Sonic comes in with the clutch, is able to make it happen, make it go in their favor rather, with a 7th now being found. And although Sonic doesn't have the most frags, he's had a bit of impact there. That was a really nice round for him to step it up in. 13-7, 6 in the difference, but it is a buy once again from Ghost. They put all of their money into this one. Gives them the up and the Ogs, an M4, a decent amount of utility. And ATK, of course, only living with 1 player, still in a position where a single round could instantly break their economy. Although not completely, since the reset no longer possible, but they probably would still be looking at an eco onto a couple of the players, unless, again, they get a bomb plant. They'll only be getting $2,900, of course, in this one if they lose it. And it's just not really something they can afford when they're already down so heavily. This has been a long series so far. We're just under 2.5 hours into it, and this is map 2 still, of course. A bit of a stack right now actually coming through from Ghost as they push 2 players up aggressive on short. I was going to say there is 3 players towards A, but Freakazoid playing pretty passively. He's more in a position where he can rotate to help either bomb site. And of course, is also jump peek and long. Oh no, this is going to be dangerous. Oh, the Sonic somehow actually spots Kusta out through the smoke and manages to take him down. Kusta was remaining aggressive while Wardell had actually been fallen back off, so no chance rather for the trade to come in. At least not immediately. Sonic now has been spotted, but the flash is perfect. Able to drop Wardell as well, and suddenly Freakazoid left alone on this A bomb site needs to call for help. Commitment looks like it will come true. He's able to quickly drop Fady at least. But he doesn't have any utility left to try and slow it down further. He's just going to have to fight it successfully, hopefully. Black Poison, though, holding for the aggression. Will be able to find the peak as it comes through. JT was able to drop one in the meantime, leaving it all on Steel. And although he finds one from the flank, his position now known. They're just going to go ahead and get that bomb planted safely. At this point, I feel like Steel probably should just be backing away to save, because they are not really going to have anything to work with in this next round. And yeah, he's not looking to go for it, but I guess he does kind of want some exit frags, which is interesting. Again, he doesn't really have the money to be risking losing this weapon. What the hell? Black Poison, how didn't he kill him? He's going to go down to the bomb, maybe? Yeah. No, he actually didn't. It was the remaining player for ATK that went down to the bomb. So no one survives for ATK, even though they win the round. Look at their money because of that. They actually have 2 players who don't have enough for the full investment. They're able to get an AK dropped over at least somehow, but it's not perfect. The pause now coming through, though, as Ghost are looking at an eco, although Wardell, he has an op in play. I believe that may have been picked up by Steel. Let's have a check. Did he drop that over? Or did he pick that up in the last couple of seconds? Yeah, he must have, because he's just bought himself a FULLMATCH now. Let's have a look. This is a pause from Ghost, just to confirm for everyone. I had to check the Discord. There's like an automatic bot that puts in. And it says then the server number, the score, which is currently 13-8. Ghost Gaming call for a timeout. It's a pretty handy feature. This is actually the first one I've seen it on. Caster, who'll be the last invite? As if I would not have information. I would not be able to keep a secret either. I'd be like Tom Holland, spoiling all the secrets, giving them all away. But yeah, the buy coming through from Ghost, I don't like this. I feel like they could have just played safer, went for the full buy in the next round instead, and just focused on getting the best buy possible. But no, instead they've gone for it. They've already lost 1 player. The op should be retrieved. But Freakazoid struggling with his E key, eventually gets it, and tosses it back on over to Steel, which is surprising. Kusta's still alive, but I guess he is kind of far away. He's over an A, so he can't take it anytime soon. So for now, at least Steel is going to be rocking it. Kusta, he's rocking the Deagle, though, doing so successfully. Drops JT, and does fall back, so that Fady, for the moment at least, isn't able to trade immediately. Does decide to pick that AK up, though. Neptune getting one over towards B. The op shot being missed by Steel, but eventually being taken as he no longer has vision. Gets 2 through the smoke. And with that, Ghost are looking to try and snatch this round away from ATK, as it's all on Fady. Coming down in through connector now, his position known. Steel is posted up, looking for the 3rd kill of the round for himself. Will he be able to find it? Freakazoid has the bomb, of course, outside Monster, and actually Steel will be able to spot Fady coming down at least, but he doesn't connect the shot. So now they just need to make sure that they actually work together and can at least find this trade, because of course Fady has to try and get that bomb back, which they do currently have vision on. Looks like he may be considering going around in through Monster. Freakazoid is spotting that, but with a Galil. So, I mean, this is winnable for Fady. If he gets that kill quickly, it's definitely doable. But, of course, Steel peeks in, and with only a pixel to be spotted, he will end up dropping Fady. 14-8, Ghost Gaming with a force buy. They managed to pull themselves up to 14, and look at the economy for ATK. It is completely destroyed. They've got a buy here, but it's only going to be pistols and Kevlar. Galil comes out, Fady drops it over, so he'll probably take a pistol in return and take no Kevlar with it, so this is just so limited. Map 3 at this point is looking pretty likely. See though, connector control early on into this round for ATK at least being found. A couple players pushed up on the short position in bathrooms. We've seen this actually go in a poor way before for Ghost. Wardell takes quite a lot of damage. Will be traded out. And then on the bomb site as well, we see Kusta being dropped low. Gets one with the MP9, assisted actually by Sonic, who dinked down a teammate. And then the nade from Freakazoid. Kobe on towards Fady, he goes down, so it's only Sonic and JT now that remain. They're trying to fight for it still. It's a 2 versus 3, so I mean they're not completely out, especially as Steel is trying to take that fight and ends up getting dropped by the opposite Sonic. Neptune from behind hears the footsteps, but he needs to be careful. If he goes down, then this round could really fall apart, so he's just going to wait for the moment, hold, and I guess hope that someone's going to come into his crosshair to give him a free kill pretty much. It's a bit of a stalemate right now. Creeping up on A long, that is going to be the way that ATK try and approach the bomb site up against the MP9 of Freakazoid. Keeping the range, probably the best idea in all fairness. But they're taking their time. There's only 20 seconds remaining. At this point, Neptune, I mean, either they went up, either they're still going up short or they're going up long, or else they could have went back around through T-spawn. So even with his position, he's not 100% sure, but they're taking a gamble to expect it to still be A, and they are going to be correct with that, of course. The UMP drops the bomb. There's not enough time anymore for Sonic to get this done, and he could maybe even go down after time, but playing it the safe way, Freakazoid just peeks out and takes the frag, gets the bomb, and of course takes map point in the process. Inferno looking extremely likely now. see the buy for ATK is similar to what they had in that previous round, but it's a Mach 10, 5 CZs, a bit of utility. This should be a 16-8 victory here for Ghost, unless they let us slip away. Although their buy isn't really spectacular, I suppose. They do have a couple of MP9s, a UMP, and a Galil alongside the Oppa Wardell. So, I mean, it's not perfect. There's certainly an opportunity for ATK to try and take this round, but even if they do, there's still another 6 afterwards that they'll need to take into overtime. But here we go, pushing forward. A little bit awkward for the CT side. Neptune with his head down in towards the barrels is actually still alive for the moment, but eventually gets dropped by Sonic as they manage to get a favorable position off of the trades. And 3-on-2 in play right now. Wardell coming in from the spawn has made noise with that Oppa, of course. He's looking to try and see if he can quickly find a frag for himself, which he will. But it is after the bomb goes down, so a 2-on-2 right now in play. Make that a 2-on-1 all for Kusta. Up close with the MP9, gets the first. And he knows the final player is towards the piss somewhere. Has now spotted him, and Dumpster goes down. There it is. Kusta takes the 1 versus 2. And with that, sends it on to map 3. 16-8 here on Overpass. Inferno is going to be the decider. See who's going to continue on in the qualifier, of course. So guys, don't go too far. We are going to go ahead and send it over to a quick break.